The Bright Side Chronicles is about to go down with Kerri and Nana. You ready for the show to begin?
Hey, let's go. Let's get it. It's almost showtime. Let's go. Let's get it. It's almost go time. Let's freaking go.
What? Bopping, everybody. Happy Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. And this is episode 39 of,
It says 38.
Of the Bright Side Chronicles, where Nana and I talk all things having to do with the bright side of life. And because we go with the flow, our original guest is unable to attend today, but we have an amazing fill-in for a little bit. Aliana. Loving Aliana. How are you doing today, Ali? I love it. So, Aji, why is it we started the Bright Side Chronicles? And I'm going to work to set up your Instagram. So
You're good. So the Bright Side Chronicles was started up mainly to showcase things that bring people a sense of joy and happiness, because there's so many different narratives that like talk about negative. How about we talk about something positive? You know, what made your experience of whatever you're doing in a positive light? That's what it's basically about. It's an hour block just talking about just anything that really brings you a sense of happiness and joy. So that's where Kerri and myself came in, and then now we got Ali as our guest on here, which is pretty badass. So,
we do this show, and it's all about the happiness of life. So we focus on all the amazing things that are going on in our world. So I'm curious, what brings you joy?
What brings me joy is having my mama and dada and Azzy.
Okay. What else makes you happy?
That I got a wonderful family.
Okay.
I go to school every single day to get smarter and know stuff.
Okay.
See? Okay.
We're going to have all these people bear with us, babe. I'm going to have you be quiet just for a second, because I'm about to be in your stream real quick so I can link you to Instagram. So hold, please. And for everybody with us, thank you for bearing with us. It's just going to be a minute while I work out the kinks of Instagram, because sometimes it be like that.
So you just need me to just stare at y'all, just in quiet, in silence?
Well, you can make funny faces for the audience while I try to figure out where the link is.
Can you make funny faces?
You can make funny faces. People can see you. I'm just trying to go in to set up Nana, because for whatever reason,
can Nana see me?
Nana can see you. You guys can make funny faces back and forth at each other, but you can't talk for 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, let's see if that worked. We shall see. Okay. Yep, that worked. That's called Making Magic Happen.
Making magic
because that was
way downtown.
All right, so prior to us jumping on Aji, Ali and I, we did a practice that you and I do, which is best, grateful. You and I do that every time we go
before we go to bed.
Yep.
That's the tradition that we do.
It is a tradition. So
we have been missing a few nights, but that's okay.
So why is it we do best, grateful?
Because we get to talk about the best part of our day 2 times, and that say a few gratefuls that, like, I'm going to give an example. Like, I'm grateful for having parents who love me.
I love that.
And and you can say whatever you want. And grateful for having a titi.
I know.
Ooh,
That's right.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Who are you, Nana?
He is.
I appreciate you, yo. Thank you so much, Ali. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Well, so with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
part of the reason I'm passionate about doing Best Grateful every day, and we do it together,
Yeah.
it's to highlight and focus on the positives, because when we focus on the positives, we know that we're magnets. We're going to attract more of what we put our attention towards. And when we put our attention towards things that we don't like, we might experience more of those things. So it's really, really helpful when we focus on gratitude. What?
And we don't want to say mean stuff. So
Well, people are watching, so you got time, they can hear you.
we don't want to say mean stuff about ourselves. Sometimes other people make mistakes, but that doesn't mean you guys hate yourself.
That's true. We can make mistakes and not beat ourselves down, right?
Yep.
100%. What other pieces of knowledge do you have for the listening audience?
Other pieces of stuff is that even though that you're awesome never makes you perfect. You're never perfect.
Ooh, okay.
You're just
Only dropping some wisdom bombs today.
What if we're perfect at being ourselves and all of the messiness?
That's what I mean. Like, you can be perfect for yourself and stuff, but you don't need to be perfect to everyone else.
Yeah, yo.
They make fun of you. You should always be kind to yourself.
100%.
Yo, bro, what?
What are your thoughts on that, Nana, being kind to yourself?
Oh, I mean, it's a must. Like, if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you for the most part, right? So, like, you can have family and friends that will look out for you and stuff like that, but ultimately it starts with you. And at the end of the day, like, your kindness is derived from you, and then that way you're able to share it to other people as well too. So that's the other thing, is like, it's like a trickle down effect of just joy. If you do something good, you feel better, and then that makes you want to do something for others, and then it almost like keeps building off of that. And I think maybe you've alluded to that before in previous podcasts, where you're talking about like people doing a kind gesture and then seeing the room lit up with everybody else kind of like doing it. I think you sent me that video about it too. Remember where it's like at the bus station?
Yeah, where the guy started laughing.
Yeah.
But he started laughing because it's a lighter energy.
Yeah.
But I do want to jump on, and you didn't actually share exactly what was said, but you're in your industry, there are people who walk away and may have an experience. They can make a choice to, have a perspective that isn't in agreement with yours. Yeah. How is choosing kindness help you navigate days where maybe somebody walks away and you weren't able to meet the needs that they had expected you to meet?
Oh man, dang, that's a good question. I think what I look at it is like the kindness part is like, I'd rather sit down with someone and just meet them at where they're at, right? Whether it's like education that I gotta elaborate to them, because I understand that not every person's gonna be a sale. It's just not. Some people just really go by their own pace, and they have to understand it. But like, if I can give them the tools and the knowledge to help guide them, even if they leave the dealership, at the end of the day, at least I did my due diligence and just treat them as human beings. You know what I mean? And some people, like, it's just, they have their own way of how to communicate when it comes down to, what they perceive as kind versus what they perceive as pressure oriented,
I'm curious, okay, let me rephrase. I personally think boundaries are very kind. Boundaries are kind for me. Yeah. Boundaries are kind for you. Boundaries are kind for Ali, right? So if Ali says that,
what does that mean again?
Boundaries, when you tell Aziel not to go in your room because you need space, and you hold him accountable to that boundary.
And also, I don't have a door, but because I usually slam them, but that's when I get upset. That's when I get upset. That's when I slam
That's
them.
when you're human.
Sometimes,
That's the humanness of your perfection.
yeah,
Correct.
and sometimes I leave my gate open and he finds his way into my room and I say, Ozzy, please get out.
There's your
And
boundaries.
he doesn't get out, so I have to raise my voice a little and that gets his attention and he walks slowly and I say, Ozzy, I'm asking you nicely, please get out. But he doesn't listen, so I have to get my mom or grandpa to get him out of my room.
But do you know that it's very healthy and it's kind to your own heart and others to have boundaries about personal space and when you want to have alone time to take care of yourself?
Yeah, and also when I'm changing, it kind of, I always go under my bed, which I have like a big bed so I can crawl underneath.
See, look at that. Yo, what? Nah.
Go under there to change because as he always peeks through the gate. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm on my own space. Like when sometimes I get upset, I go into my room and I take sometimes 5 deep breaths or I just put music on either my TV or my Alexa. And sometimes I usually put lullabies on to calm me down.
Calm me down and get
go
ready.
to sleep. If I'm too if I'm not tired, I put lullabies and that makes or stories and that makes me fall asleep. Like it makes me calm down.
Yeah, I love that you were talking about the whole like breathing thing because your aunt right next to you or Titi, she talks about breath work. And babe, can you tell like the audience about what breath work is and what that is? Because that's cool that Ollie's doing that at like such a young age. A lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Titi, can I say something before you do that? So, wait, what was I talking about? I forgot.
About
Oh, yeah, me in my room taking 5 deep breaths when I get upset. So sometimes I don't think straight and mean stuff by accident comes out, even though that I really don't mean it. So even if I say it, it like doesn't make me feel like it makes me feel good that I got all of it out. But it also doesn't feel good in the inside is because I'm saying it to the person that I love the most. So it kind of makes me feel a little bad. So I try saying sorry, but sometimes they forgive me and don't because the way I act.
They always forgive you. It just takes them a minute.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Well, so I want to highlight for the listening audience a couple of tools that our very wise 8-year-old niece has shared, right? One, you take accountability for your actions. So we were talking about part of having a really joy-filled life is not striving for perfection, but recognizing when we make a choice that didn't really feel good and then taking accountability. So yours...
I was about to say something really mean and I stopped myself and was like, oh, no.
I saw you do that really yesterday. And then, the other thing is yes, practicing breath work. So when things do come up and you get angry, you can make a different choice. And that's really, really important because that allows you to not sit and feel guilty or badly about things.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
No, I'm fixing my shit.
So also, I think it's really important for the listening audience to understand that even though we make mistakes, we've got to give ourselves grace. We can learn from our mistakes, but we're not meant to tear ourselves down because when we tear ourselves down, all we're doing is lowering our energetic vibration, which then impacts our ability to live a joy-filled life. So instead, you just come from curiosity, say, what made me say that? And what things could I do that might help me so that next time I don't say something mean and I make a different choice, right?
Yeah, and also, so today, like a few minutes ago, before my grandma came home from her work, I accidentally said a bad word when I didn't mean to.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in timeout, and then I said I'm sorry, and I explained what happened. And I said it was by accident. I didn't mean to. I just got scared because someone scared me. So then they let me go out, and I was happy because
I'm sure it doesn't help that your TT swears all the time.
No.
And guess what? Everybody, I definitely mean to.
Sometimes I don't mean to. My mom says I can, but as long as it's not two people and like it's not in public and stuff, like I can only say
Yeah, I do all of that too.
And also, once I
real quick, Cooper's.
Oh, that's my friend from the Patriots game. What did he
29
say?
said hi.
Oh, tell Cooper. Oh, well, obviously you can hear.
Well, he can probably hear you. Although there's a
shout out, Cooper.
well, no. So I do want to go back to boundaries, and you and I are both really, really good at holding people accountable to boundaries. Meaning, if I'm happy to be in a space with somebody, but if they're gonna like not honor what feels good for me, it's not that I'm going to yell at them, but I'm just going to decide that those people are not the people who are meant for me. And you reached out to me the other day after I had sent you Instagram posts around people who suck the energy out of you.
Yep.
Right. And what I really loved was you set a boundary to ensure that you could protect your energy even within the workplace, which is another way we experience the bright side of life. This all comes back to joy, guys. The reason me and Nan talk about these things is we both live a joy-filled life, but we don't tolerate poor behavior, and nor do we don't belittle anybody. My job's not to change you. My job is to be okay with what feels good for me and honor that. And you did that within your workplace. Without going into too much detail unless you want to, but can you share how you protect your energy at work?
I mean, so work-wise, as you guys know, I absolutely love what I do for work. Like, it's just helping people figuring out what makes sense for anybody that walks through the door. And so how I protect my energy, I'm very I guess the word would be I'm more picky about people who I invite in my energy, right? So like I can absolutely work with any coworker or whatever it is and be in the same space, but there's just certain people that our energies don't match. And so like I'm okay to give people the respect and be like, hey, I understand like you are a person. I'll treat you like a human being, but I also won't entertain the idea that like I would let somebody's energy affect me that much. Like if I don't vibe with you, it's never really like a personal thing. It's just me personally. I'm like, my soul doesn't reside in the ideology of whoever you are as a person. You know what I mean? It's everybody's different, but it's just we're not a different like mindset, and you're more on the happy mindset instead of like a negative mindset. It's really tough to kind of
well, so just for the listening audience, and we're going to ask you a question about this in a minute too, Ali. But for the listening audience, if we're 3 levels up in consciousness, which 3, like we all have awareness, we're all on a journey. But if our journey has taken us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and knowing, then we're unrelatable to people who don't have that awareness. It's not that we're better. It's not that they're good or bad, or I'm good or bad. It's just that there's a disconnect. So our energy won't vibe, and there'll be a lot of dissonance. So it's better to keep it going. But I actually want to I want to circle back. There's clients that I won't work with. Like, I will always do an intro call, but there are times when I just know for my own personal experience and where that individual is at, I'm okay with not working with people. And going back to boundaries, and this is important, there was a time, Nana, where I made like $0 for 2 years. I needed the help of people who loved me as I was building my business. $0, but I was still particular about who I worked with, because what I understood is no amount of money is worth my peace. It does not matter. I would rather take longer to build a business that is grounded in staying true to myself, because it's what I teach people to do. I guide people towards understanding themselves, than make money and settle for, something that's not going to be in the highest interest of us both, because then it just feels icky.
True. And I mean, I think going back to your point is, even like there's certain things like with myself, I think the word that I tend to use more is unbothered. I think that's a word that I'm using a lot more nowadays than I used to use before. And when I say unbothered, it's like I refuse to let any negative stuff really affect me. At the same time, I'm very big, especially if I'm at work. If it's not about helping a customer or how to like get things done, I'm really not entertaining that, I guess you could say. Yeah, like, I talked to Tyler.
How do you navigate dealing with maybe a potential customer that doesn't match your energy?
Sometimes you just got to understand that there's certain deals that is just not worth your peace of mind. And so like my work ethic will always get me to the goal that I need to get to. But I won't ever resort to like, oh man, I gotta like just take one for the team and like just not respond to how I feel about that situation. You know what I mean? Like that was a perfect example of like I literally just had to just listen to my gut feeling and be like, hey, you know what? This is probably the best time to just pass it on to the next person. You know what I mean? Not in a bad way, but it wasn't meant for me. And I was like, I'm good about that,
And when we stay in a good vibration or positive energy, we attract other opportunities, which you did that day. Aliana has a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
So do your friends and Titi make you happy? Like, how do they make you happy?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, you know what? Dang, what a good Nah, you know what? The best answer to that is they make me happy by being themselves and also letting me be myself around them. And so like I don't have to be any kind of like different person when I'm with your TT or if I'm with your mom or if I'm with, Uncle Jai or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, or like Elle or Manny, you know what I mean? Like it's just me being me and they accept me for that. And it's the same thing. So I think that happiness, you get to see it in full effect because it's just me just being myself. I dressed up as Mario on Sunday. I just showed up here just as Mario, which made no sense. Yeah, but it was just me because I wanted to,
Well, I think that's an important point that, Nana brings up is, Nana doesn't feel like he has to make up stories about himself or how his day goes or exaggerate on things, or he doesn't feel like he has to be anybody but himself because he's created an environment where people honor who he is as a person, and people who don't understand them, it doesn't make them bad. It's just that's not his people.
And Titi, I have a question for you.
What's the question?
So, if someone said that you are mean, what would you do?
That is your opinion and you're entitled to it.
I would not scream at them. I'll just walk away and say, you're not a true friend. A true friend wouldn't say that.
Well, so here's the thing. I mean, sometimes I could be mean. It's just that, again, just like you said earlier, I take ownership. I've been mean to my friends, but then I'm like, you know what? You're right. I could have thought that through differently. In fact, yesterday, I wasn't exactly mean, but I was kind of short with Nana on the phone. I was like, okay. And Nana disappeared for a minute. And so what I did was I called him back up and I was like, yo, I'm my bad. I wasn't really present. And as a result, I was kind of short, but I'm sorry. And I love you very much. And that's okay. Now, if somebody's just expecting you to behave the way they want and you don't want to, and they call you mean, well, that's very different. Then you get to say, you know what? I'm going to walk away. You get to have your opinion and think whatever you want about me, but I know who I am and I feel good about myself.
Yeah, and also I have something to say about what happened at school today. So today at my school, this kid came up to me and said, why are you even in this school? You don't belong here. And I said, well, I'm in this school because my mom put me in this school. And they said, well, you shouldn't be here. And I said, well, it's not your opinion if I'm going to be here or not. You're not my mom or my daddy. You don't tell me where I can go and not. And then they sat with me at lunch and they put my head in the rice that we were eating today. And so I went away and sat at a different table with my friends, and they moved away from me. So I said, if I don't have no friends, I don't really care. All I need is just to be smart. That's all. I don't
Well, my hope is that you wouldn't allow people to treat you poorly. That's true. But I think we all need people who see us, but we find those people by not holding on to people who are mean to us, right?
Yes, and also
your uncle wants to say something. I see it.
No, I couldn't hear y'all. It keeps kicking me out of the internet. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm trying to listen to this knowledge that's being dropped. My cell phone was acting up, and then my laptop is saying the internet connection. I'm like, bro, what is this? But it's all good.
Technology in 2026.
What'd you say?
The energy is speeding up, and we never know what's gonna work or if it's fixed.
It's so true. No, and I love that you bring that up because that happened today. There was I was waiting for like paperwork or whatever, and one of the people that was handling it, he's like, I sent it out early and it never came in, but I think it's just been a little wonky with technology as of late. But that's really because just like everything going on in the world.
Because I honestly, it just gives me another opportunity to realize that the only thing that we can control is our reaction to things. Life is all about change. Things happen unexpectedly. And I watch people crash out, as my daughters would say, our daughters would say, because things don't go accordingly. But that's not even reality. If you think about flow, the natural order of life, right?
Yeah.
We can't control whether we get 6 inches or 24 inches on Sunday when we get a snowstorm. What we can control is our response to it. And so it's super important that people recognize that. And I always love when the internet is funky because I'm just like, oh, here you go again. A reminder that all I can do is control how I experience it. Even like our guest, she let me know a half hour before our show she couldn't make it. And it's funny because a couple times that have happened, and I'm always like, yeah, no worries, come on when you can. And people feel like you and me are so gracious, but I'm like, it's all good. It's life. Life in.
Well, that's the thing is like life will always keep going, right? That's just a easy narrative that always happens. Like you can't control the shit that's going on in life. We can control you, and that's with anything. So I get it, and even going back to what you were saying with the whole like I just lost my train of thought. I can't think. Oh, about the news. So I was asking actually a couple of my coworkers. I'm like, yo, how much? I'm hearing 8 inches to damn near 2 feet of snow, and I'm like, okay, that's a lot of snow. So I'm like,
I'm just saying, 2 feet is fine with me because I'm be in your bed with you, and we can have a grand old time. And listen, that is what you call finding the bright side to everything. I don't care what people say.
Truthfully, I'm excited. I'm excited because it will give people an opportunity to like not do anything. All right, like what per se with myself, I always on the go. If it's snowing and there's nothing to be accomplished, what do I need to be up?
People, for all you New Englanders, I have a Patriots game to watch and see them win and make it to the Super Bowl. But other than that, I'm getting my snacks on Saturday with you, and then we're gonna just ride out the storm.
It's gonna be movies and chill. Like that's
my riding skills. Yeah.
What are you riding? What are you particularly? Hey, yo, what the? Yo!
Leighton put on his story today. You got to work your forearm muscles. I'm like, well, listen, does
Yeah, I saw.
count? And he said it does. So there you go.
No, I saw that comment. I said, "Hey, yo,
I mean, if he won't put it out, I'm gonna just speak the truth.
I'm like, yo, he don't know what he just opened up, but that was actually funny.
Yeah, he don't know us for sure.
Nah, nah, it's all good. It's all good. But no,
So,
like I mean,
RX Superstar, which by the way, I don't know RX Superstar, but fire name because anybody
that's
who
the
knows
mayor.
Superstar is like
That's the mayor. He's the mayor, bro. That's the mayor. Like we met each other at New York Comic Con, Anime NYC. He's just really good people. So I've always had a great interaction. Like I call him the mayor because he just knows everybody at the. I'm like, how you this bop like, but I definitely love the energy, and I think that's some of the people that have gotten to me at the cons is really what's also like inspired me. Like there's a lot of people actually I was thinking about it today because I was talking about who like inspires me, and I was like, man, there's people that I really look up to, like as in their work ethic wise and their drive, and just with whatever they do outside, even not even solely social media, but like what they do for work wise. Like I have friends that are in medical fields, you know what I mean? I have friends that are in, you know, house selling, like they sell houses or whatever it is, realtor or real estate. And I'm like,
RX Superstar says, thank you for the kind words. You're a great guy. He's my king. And look it, this is I want to so for everybody just joining who doesn't know, who's never seen this show, this is all about the Bright Side Chronicles. Nana and I are passionate about encouraging people to tap into joy and to find what fills their cup, because in doing so, you actually embody that and give other people permission to do the same. For me, I am really big about speaking life into people. So I know I'm a queen, just saying. And the fact that you, superstar, know that you are a superstar, that matters because words hold power. Bruce Lee said it, and great scripture says it. You're either speaking life into yourself or death. So what is it that you're speaking to yourself? So shout out. He is a great king, and I know you're a great queen. Yes.
Oh, without a doubt.
Who says you both inspire me? Listen, likewise.
Wait, Pikachu?
Pika.
Oh shoot, that's my guy too, bruh. That's my guy. Yo, side note, can we just give Pika his credit though? Like, shout out to Pika for getting into PAX East. I gotta make sure I give him credit, and he's been killing it, bro. He's been like he's just a generally good dude, yo. Just a very good person, yo. So thank you, Pika, and thank you for all you do for the community in cosplay and outside of cosplay or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Hi, boo. You can join our live show.
Oh, who is it? Is that one of our daughters?
It's Kenna. Kenna.
Oh, McKenna.
Joy. Kenna does a lot of cool things. She's one of our adopted kids. Our house is
how many adopted kids do we got?
Home. Real quick, Bonnie, we see you. Thank you for always being a ride or die and RX Superstar. You know, here's what I'm going to tell everybody, and this is no BS. Nana and I will be walking the streets of New York or whatever, and people are gravitating toward him because of his joyful energy. And I've watched him help people who were lost. I've watched people who
oh my gosh, that was cool as shit.
Diversity and like crash out, and he's taken time to make sure that they are in a good place and well taken care of. And so I think it's really important that people understand that part of living a joy-filled life is acts of service, whatever that is. For me, you know, it might look a little different than Nana, but whatever it is, it fills your heart. Like if you think about another person and how you can make their day a little bit easier. Like for me, I went out and shoveled our daughter's car today. Like I dusted it off so she could finish putting on her makeup. I didn't have to, you know, but I was thinking that's something nice that will start off her day. And I felt good about it. And that brings me joy to give that joy to others.
No, I mean, going back to the example, that was super cool. Like we were heading to like dinner, I think it was, right? And the young lady was like, she's trying to find the after party or whatever, and it was just funny because I'm like, there's so many people over here in NY, and we just happen to be the ones that like were able to help out, and that was cool as stuff. And then we saw her the next day at the con, and I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty awesome, like how that worked out. But nah, man, it was awesome.
Speaking of magnets and manifesting,
Yeah.
our superstar is inviting you to be in his magazine.
I know, yo, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. I literally saw it too, and I got it.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
wrong one. Listen, the struggle's real.
No,
people.
I definitely. So I know that
person, and that's always funny because me and my tech skills are, they're a work in progress.
Nah, I feel you on that.
There.
But no, definitely RX. I will definitely, once I get off this podcast, I will check your message and I'll make sure I get that done tonight because I literally was on my to-do list and I just lost track of it. But I promise I will get that done for sure. I'm beyond grateful. I was like, oh shit, like what?
Y'all are a good family. She speaks facts. Oh, that's real talk. Because I couldn't. Here's the thing for the listening audience.
Yeah.
I know that I have a delightful treat in Nana. I enjoy looking at him often and appreciating his.
Nah, babe, why you hyping me up? Nah. You the treat, bro. Stop playing.
Buns that I can play music on. No, but anyway.
What the fuck?
No,
hey, yo.
No, listen, we got to make a skit with me doing that. But here's the thing. If Nana didn't have a beautiful heart, I wouldn't be with them. Because
you're wild.
People can have really beautiful physiques, but it's what is in here that matters to me most. That is what extends and creates connection and joy and breaks down the fear-based narrative that a lot of people exist in.
Well said. No, but so I want to talk about a highlight of my day today, actually, which was an unexpected visit from one of the people that I actually look up to, my friend from Helium Workshops, aka Jack.
Good dude.
Super amazing. This is the same gentleman that literally him and his wife invited us to New Jersey to be content creator guests, and it was super freaking amazing. And by coincidence, like my coworker knew Jack because he gets his car serviced at my dealership. This is before I even knew, but we've been going to cons and seeing each other at cons before that. And I didn't know that that was a person that my coworker was talking about. So then Jack hits me up and he's like, yo, I'm at your dealership. And I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm missing this opportunity to see you. So like I pulled up there, gave him a big hug, and we shot the shit for like damn 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, because he had to head on, had to head to work or whatever. And so it was just awesome and it was great. And he talked about actually like just like how he's like just dedicated to his craft, which I absolutely love because he creates these tall monumental like things, like just pieces on stilts, right? Like, from like One Piece to Chainsaw Man, which is another anime, to just all these other different variations. And I'm like, dude, that's creative as like, you know what I mean? Like that's hell of impressive. And then obviously hosting like the masquerades and things that nature, like the contest, it's cool as hell. Like it's really impressive. And I was just like, I got to give him credit because I was really, really excited to start off the day like that too. That
I absolutely love that. And again, it kind of speaks to, Jack is focused on creation. He's focused on, doing what brings him joy rather than what society's told him is acceptable. And in doing that, he extends kindness towards others. And I know that's why we're both really passionate about doing this show and encouraging people. Embrace your weird, man. Embrace your weird. Like
embrace your weird.
Yeah. And whatever that is, if you're choosing joy, then you're too lighthearted. You're way too lighthearted to be focused on sending out negativity towards other people. And in fact, when I am working with people and they're stuck in that overthinking loop, right? Because depression is focused on the the past. Anxiety is worrying about the future. But if I can get you in this present moment, well, you're going to experience peace. And so I'm like, do something silly. If you're washing dishes, put bubbles on your nose or blow them and see what that looks like. Put on a song and rock out, scream at the top of your lungs. And it's interesting to me how many people to this day either tell me they're not creative. Guys, I hate to break it to you, we were created by creation, so we're inherently creative because we co-create with creation. Just saying, whether you believe in the sciences, I've studied quantum physics too, and quantum physics says we're constantly evolving and multiplying, but or giving themselves permission to be silly or messy. People have a very difficult time doing that. And that's why I love Jack, because Jack and Dusty.
It's Dust.
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 Oh,
Dust.
yeah.
Dust the Don. Dust the Don. You gotta get that right. You gotta get that right.
Hey, listen, she's a queen. She'll forgive me. But you know, they're chasing their joy and doing so.
And I love it, yo.
They're at.
I love it because you know what it is? It just shows that you can be yourself, because his job, he does like a very high functioning job. Like it's like attention to detail, and it makes so much more sense. I'm like, this man creates masterpieces, and so does like, it's not to take credit, but it's just like, dude, they get to just live life, and they do like the same thing on our terms as well too. It's like they just do whatever makes them happy, and like that's what I want to aspire to be. Like that's what I want to be able to like, just, hey man, like this is what I bring to the table, and you guys, and it was just a very great conversation of just shooting like just how we felt about like cons and life outside of con. And literally it was super cool because I believe Jack said he might be inviting us back to New Jersey again, babe. So just throw it out there. I mean, I would absolutely love to go again because that was amazing. Like, I mean, we might not try that chicken spot again, but hey, that's what that's.
Well, you know, you live and learn. At least we said we tried it, but I will not be going back to Fluffy's.
Yeah.
Fluffy's was Dusty.
I love that you remember the name. I don't remember the name at all.
I remember the name because I was like, Fluffy ain't Fluffy, Fluffy, Dusty ain't Fluffy, and it ain't hitting this homegirl's appetite. No.
Babe, I gotta tell you. So, oh my gosh, this was a cool ass moment today. So I had this amazing lady buy a car for me, and you know how I have like wristbands on my wrist or whatever it is, right? Yes. So ironically, our guest for next week, my friend Yue, she gave me a wrist thing that said Bean on it because she calls her friends, and the group that she created is like, it's called like her little beans, right? So like kind of like Billy's nickname or whatever. Mm-hmm. So the funny thing is, I know, I would. That's weird. I would never call Billy that. But so what it is the customer that bought a car, I was like just whatever talking to them, and I was like, yo, like it was just very like, you could tell like she had great energy, and I was like, yo, I definitely got to make sure like I keep that line of communication. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a wristband. So I gave her the Bean one, right? This out of the just picked one because I was like, I had the Pikachu, I had the Crunchyroll, whatever. So I just gave her the Bean one because it just something told me to just give her that, and so I gave it to her. And we take a cool picture or whatever it is. She's actually in my story on Instagram. So like literally
she did a video?
Yeah. Yep. So literally I get back and she texts me, and what did she say? Hold on, I almost want to read it out because it probably might be easier. Can you still see me?
Yes, babe.
Okay. No, I wasn't sure because I'm in my text message right.
But it's so funny, I can actually can't see you now. He just said bye-bye. At least we know that doesn't work. Anyway, that's the other thing. You know, what I love that Nana shared with me is that he keeps the line of communication open. And when you don't see connections as transactional, it doesn't just have to be a business deal. It doesn't have to be working with somebody. It can be creating a new relationship. And so often we get caught up in the stories or like the idea that, oh, well, you know, I met him at work or I met him at school, but it's just that type of relationship. And the reality is it's not. It can be whatever you want if it means something to you. Hi, babe.
My signal is trash. I don't know what just happened, bro. This thing just keeps kicking me out, but it's all good.
Here now.
Yeah, no, but yeah, no, it was cool. Like I don't know if you got the end of it, but like
I
her
didn't
cat
hear
was called
anything that you said.
basically her cat was called Bean. And so when I gave her the bracelet, just by coincidence, I was like, you couldn't have made that up even more. Like there was no way like that would have been the subject matter that just happened to just like happen, you know?
Well, okay, so here we go. I'm gonna spit a little bit of Kerri nerd knowledge right now. There is
Go ahead.
something called synchronicities, and this is where I share with people that we're part of the collective one, which we are because we're all energy and mass together. And so, whether you just believe in connection or whether you believe in miracles, we're all each other's miracles. And, that is the craziness of the universe. It works in the most unexpected ways that you can't even plan out, which is why, guys, Nana and I are super passionate about chasing what brings you joy. Do you know if you exist in joy, you operate at an energetic vibration that is higher? So you're literally creating more joy, you're creating more synchronicities, you're creating more connection with what it is you want. And when you're operating from judgment or fear, you're actually cutting yourself off from experiencing these insane things that can happen to anybody at any time because we co-create our reality based on our thinking.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect analogy is like it's so many times you see it like when somebody's like having a rough day and all they keep running into is just like rough things because you are literally just creating that narrative more and more, right? And then if you're having a great day, like everything's just locking in, you're like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm gonna have like a great day. You tend to normally have a great day, but that's the mindset. It's just how you almost piece the day together. You know what I mean? Like I can have a lot of bad things happen throughout the day and still have it be a great day. You know what I mean? Because it was just things that happened in these moments, but it wasn't like the whole day was like a wash.
Well,
Like today was
that's
probably
it. It's a
come again.
choice. You're spot on. It's a choice. We can decide whether a situation that unfolded is going to dictate our mood for the rest of the day, or if we're going to exist. Like for me, I'm all about. Well, I'm grateful. I'm like, oh, that's funny. So, for
Mm.
example, guys, I bought an exercise bike off of Facebook, and
Yes.
sold it to me and it was broken. Now, I was super grateful. I'm going to tell you why. Because the universe told me many times before not to buy that bike. First time the person left me on red. Second time I drove like 45 minutes the wrong way to go get this bike. And I didn't listen to my intuition. And I wasn't mad. I was like, you know what? Thank you so much. And so when things come up, instead of focusing on, you know, things not working out the way you wanted or the unexpected thing, I always am like, oh, okay, well, what can I learn about myself or the
Hmm.
things that will just help me continue to stay positive? And the minute you find gratitude, guys, boom, you've at least neutralized the energy, because a negative energy and a positive energy cannot exist in the same field. So if you're
Mm.
positive and a negative thing comes up, but you choose gratitude, you're still staying in positivity. You're not neutralizing your vibration or your momentum by focusing on the negative.
I mean, so there's a quote by Kanye West where it says, "Your latitude determines." No, what is it? Your gratitude
Attitude.
determines your attitude determines your latitude.
I
And
don't
I
know.
was like,
You know better
"Yo,
than me. I don't know Kanye like that.
nah," but it was cool because I was like, "Yo, that's real stuff." Because like, think about it, right? Like, your attitude determines your latitude, right? Like, if you are at a low vibration, you are going to be at a low latitude. If you're at a high vibration, you're going to be going only up. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I was just like, damn, this man was like way before. And he said that in the song, like I forget what song it was, but I was like, nah, that's tough. That's tough. Like it was just it stuck out to me, and it's always been one of the things that I've
Well,
always looked forward
I
to.
agree, but again, when I'm working with people who are habituated to think negatively, which by the way is more people than not, because that
Yep.
is just one how we're hardwired and based on society conditions and all that. start with gratitude. Even if you just are grateful. I used to just be grateful for a black cup of coffee, taking a hot shower, because those two things I could feel. I'd be like, oh yeah, it's, you know, and then it became something where I can find gratitude all the time. And then going back to what our niece Ali was saying earlier, I mean, she's 8, right? So she's going to be reactive, but rather than focusing on the minute where she maybe said something that she didn't mean, she chooses to, one, take ownership for her choices, which I love, because not everybody in adulthood takes ownership for their mistakes. And 2, she gets to decide, you know what? Yep, I didn't like exactly how I showed up. However, I'm still going to choose kindness towards myself, because in doing that, I'm going to continue to learn to make different choices, and I'm not changing my energy to beat myself up.
That is so true. So then, babe, question, right?
Yes.
So I know that you've had some ups and downs. Like, how do you keep your mental during the times that you're having your challenges? Like, what practice can you tell the general audience that don't know, you know, of what you do and things of that nature? Even the people that just joined us as well too.
Action, move. You know, most of the time when you're struggling, guys, you're overthinking. The greatest addiction of the human experience is overthinking. We think we're going to think our way out of suffering. You're not, I promise. I've studied this since I was 14. I'm 40 freaking 5 and amazing.
Years young.
I would tell you, you got to take action. So if I catch myself in a negative loop, I'm going to go out for a walk. If that doesn't work, I'm going to meditate. If that doesn't work, I'm going to smell something that makes my heart happy. If that doesn't work, I'm going it's a non-negotiable for me at this point. I'm not going to allow my thoughts to take hold. And if it's something on my heart, just say with you and me, I speak my truth always. Like, I'm safe enough. Babe, this is coming up for me. I am feeling this way. And because at least I can put voice to what's going on in my head, so then I let it go. Otherwise, say, I don't know, we haven't seen each other for a lot because of circumstances. If I just keep, festering on that, I'm just going to drive myself crazy making up stories. But if I'm like, hey, babe, I'm missing you. I want more time with you. And I understand that, life be life in, but that's important to me. Well, then I ask for what it is I need, or I tell you if I'm feeling insecure about something, and then I let it go.
Which is sometimes I think it's tough for like people to let go of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, our ego plays in the factor of it. You know what I mean? Like, certain circumstances play in the fact. I mean, even with myself, like, I'm normally upbeat, but like there's moments that I've been like, yo, like, that didn't sit well with me, and it still bothered me after the fact of it. You know what I mean? But that was just like the
one XVN sex.
Oh, that's my boy Jesse. What'd he say?
One XVN SXUL. What is that?
That it's just Jesse's tag.
Okay.
Jesse's like little bro. He's good people's, right? He's such good people.
I'm a dirty girl sometimes, so I see SXUL and
Nah, you're wild. You're wild.
That's why I asked.
That's a little bro. That's Brody. That's Jesse, bro. He good people, bro.
Thank you for joining. But no, going back to your point, babe. It's a practice. And even, I've had the same thing come up 4 times with you, right? In the past couple weeks, we haven't really seen each other a lot. So it's not that I let it go right away, but I'm going to go back to scripture, guys. If you don't believe this is true, there is a prophet who is being asked a question. So I'm supposed to forgive 7 times. And the prophet says, no, 77. But I also think about that in terms of everything that I am experiencing. So if it comes up again, I'm not going to beat myself up for being human and not being able to let it go. I'm just going to continue to make choices to keep releasing it. And over time, it loses its grip hold. There's no power. The power lies in the stories we tell ourselves. The power lies in focusing on the past that we can't change, or focusing on our future, which we don't know how it's going to unfold. We disempower ourselves by giving that power. But if you just honor it in this moment, you keep it moving, well, then you know peace.
Well, you know what? Speaking of power wise, like I was talking to Jack about it too, because we were talking about like the content creator badge at Anime NYC, right? And so he was like, "Yo, like, what are your thoughts on it?" And I was like, "I think I have a good shot, like, to get a spot. I think the body of like the body of work is there and the impact." And I was like, all I can do is put it out there and apply and let them decide. You know what I mean? I can't, I'm still gonna keep doing the same thing that I would do anyways if I was there. You know what I mean? And so like it was really cool because he knows it a lot more and he's like, I wish he was almost like I wish he was in the spaces that they make these decisions. Cause I know that he would be like, yo, like this is the person you probably want to bring to an event like this because
yeah, but here's the thing, like that to me is like, first off, shout out to Jack for supporting my man, because and all you people on Nana's feed right now watching, we appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, bro. Thank you.
My feed as well.
But I'm grateful.
What I would say is, when we say enjoy, we don't have to worry about that. We attract it. It comes to us.
Yeah.
So we just keep doing what we're doing. Like I don't even do cosplay, but if you're at my house and we think of some crazy
my god,
something off the cuff, and
yo,
however that lands, and it's interesting because some people, like, you talk mental health and addiction and you're really, really spiritual, but then you make a video about Mario plugging you with a black cock. And I'm like, yeah, because true joy and happiness
that's it.
And it doesn't mean that I have to sit in Zen meditation all the time. It means that I am fully expressed. And in that full expression, guys, authenticity, which means allowing the present moment to unfold without filter because you're afraid that you're going to be judged or whatever, that's authenticity. It's not, oh, I'm being me awesome. It's no, I want to sing, so I'm going to sing right now. It doesn't matter who's here, right? That's authenticity. Correct. That measures at a vibration higher than love. And so it's off the chart. And when you're in that vibration, you attract whatever it is you're seeking to you. You don't have to chase anything.
No. And I mean, going back to even the skits wise, right? Like, I like to think like we have a sense of humor that's actually just like everybody else's sense of humor, right? In a sense of like, we just say the shit that we want to say. And like, I like to think I'm pretty freaking hilarious, but I love witty humor. That's the thing. Is like, I'll talk to babe and be like, yo, babe, like this one thing. And then she'll put her input. And it's always like a unique twist. I'm like, all right, this makes sense. Yeah. And then so that's how we come about it. It's not like it's like a forced thing. It's actually more comical. Even when we do record that shit, I'm like, yo, that's funny as shit. And we're laughing in the midst of all this. So it's not like it's like a scripted thing where we have to be like all serious. Like, no, we're actually just enjoying anything. No.
We did. I'm done. I really am, because that's just not, that's too much work, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
I feel you on that.
We got 3 minutes. So you want to impart on this amazing listening audience before we roll out?
I think, I mean, this week it's been a learning curve of just like, I think being patient has been like a theme of this week. Only reason I say that is because like work wise, with like just life wise, and even dealing with just a lot of moving parts. I think being patient has been one of the things that I've been working on getting better with, just because like life be lifing. And so I think that's something I want to tell the audience is like, understand that like it's okay to be frustrated in the moment, but also understand that you are human to also be able to be patient when need be. And then obviously if you need to express yourself in ways that you're not detrimental to others or yourself, then do it up. You know what I mean?
I love that. For me, I mean, the first thing that came to mind when you said patient is Guns N' Roses' Axl Rose, Patient. All you need is a little patience. No, I do not own the rights to that song.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I almost
You're
sang
not
it,
funny.
and Mike Mr. Mike Daniels. We waiting for you to
Oh
join us.
shit.
I'm just saying.
Yo.
We want you on. And then what do I have to say? Okay. Life was 100% never meant to be taken seriously.
Play.
Never. And
Play.
so if you find yourself in contractions, stressed out, uptight, can't breathe, whatever, what is one thing you can do to make yourself laugh? Blow bubbles. Nana will literally walk up and lick my face, guys. I mean, I don't always love it, but he makes me laugh. But the point is cultivate fun.
Yeah.
Cultivate that lighthearted, childlike energy, because it is that is going to lead you to a life that you have never even thought possible, because you believe that you could do it. So, and I'm just saying, okay.
¿Qué pasó?
Okay, hang on.
It's probably Alejandro.
Okay, Alejandro, my goats. Mike is
Nah, that's my guy too.
or something, and then he's laughing. Oh, is that a black hawk? No, probably. But I love goofy energy. I don't know.
That's the Brody.
I saw you looking out for my person the other day. So you know what? Real quick, I just want to touch on that.
That's the Brody.
I said this me and Nana were talking about it. Pikachu, of course you can be on. Did Nana not send you?
Y'all, if y'all want to be on here, I'm gonna need y'all to message me right now, and then that way I can send y'all the link, because like
Mike, it's a sword, but you know it's the same thing if you know how to work it. Okay, I'm done here.
Hey, yo, what's up?
No, but
yo,
this is why you and me can't go places. No, but honestly, okay, real quick, the more authentic you are and the true you are to yourself, the more you'll catch hate, right?
Yep.
Anna and I, at times, people don't appreciate some of our content, and that's okay. We're not going to change. But if we catch hate, listen, the way I see it is, if I'm catching hate, I'm doing something right, because I'm honoring myself. So Mike's going to be on our show. Mike put Souls on there, so thank you.
Y'all message me, please. Like, literally send me a message right now so I can just send you guys the link, because I would love to have y'all on here. Like, whoever wants to go on here, like, we absolutely love it. Next week we have UA who's coming in, which is amazing. I'm actually really excited for that too, because she's good peoples. She's really good peoples too. So that was the one that gave me the bean bracelet.
All you want. We love people who speak their truth. I speak my truth all the time. And actually, I love the quote by Pink that said, there's not enough tape to shut my mouth. And on that note, guys, until next week.
Y'all be easy. Gang. But message me, please. Message me and I'll send y'all the link.
Yep.